Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will share with you a profit update on the new Bitsgap grid bot with the pump and dump feature that I deployed just about 3 weeks ago. I believe it's been around 21 or 22 days. So let's get right to it. Now, before we get too far into the weeds, if you're not familiar with how a grid bot operates, it's extremely basic. It buys the dip and it sells the rip back up. Basically, your grid is made up of open limit buy and sell orders. So the buy orders would be the green lines you see on the chart, and the open limit sell orders would be the red lines, and that makes up your grid. Now, there is grid spacing in between each one of these lines, and that is typically your profit when you're selling on the way up. For example, if your grid spacing is 1% between each grid, then you'll gain 1% each time the bot sells on the way up. And so at the end of the day, what you're looking for is choppy price action like you see here on the chart. And typically you're looking for something that might be slightly trending up. That tends to produce the best results. But ultimately, the objective of a grid bot is to buy low and sell high. Now, with that all being said, if you're not familiar with Bitsgap, it's basically an all-in-one crypto trading platform, but they're really best known for their grid bots. And before you actually deploy one of their grid bots to live fire and put your money at risk, you can actually use their free demo mode, and that way you can get accustomed to how their grid bots actually operate. So if you're new to Bitsgap and you want to try it out for free, they do offer a free trial. I will drop a link in the description down below, and if you use my link, you will get an upgrade to the Pro plan, which is the plan I use, and that will give you access to all the features that the Bitsgap platform offers. Now, that's enough jaw-jacking. Let's get into the numbers. So, if we jump over here to Bitsgap, you can see the grid bot I deployed 22 days ago, so just over 3 weeks ago, is currently in the profit of just around 6%. Now, 6.9% of that profit actually came from my bot, and there is a difference between bot profit and the actual change. The bot profit shows the profit that the bot made while the price action dipped and ripped up and down. And so without the grid bot profit, this bot would actually be in a negative position without the 6.9%. And that would be due to the change in price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is actually just below the price that I'd actually deployed the bot on back here. And so to break that out for you, if we actually click on the details over here, and so under the details, the initial funds right now show a positive 0.62, but in reality, you actually have to show the value in BTC at the time I deployed rather than in USDT. And so if I click on BTC, you can see I would actually be down 0.65% had I just bought and held when I deployed this bot. And so over here on the more detailed breakout of your P&L, the number you really want to look at the end of the day is the current funds. That is the number that is your actual true P&L that would show in your exchange account. And right now that would be $30 or around 6% for this grid bot. And so this current funds actually includes the bot profit and the change in price of your actual assets right now. Now, the benchmark you could measure against, had you just bought BTC, you'd be up 1% right now. And so this bot being up around 6% has produced an additional 5% profit at the end of the day. And so with that all being said, it is possible to deploy grid bots in this bear market and still be profitable. You just need to be selective. You probably want to avoid crap coins and go with a coin like BTC or ETH that you're willing to hold long term. And thus you're giving it a chance to buy low and sell high over a long period of time. And as the price does recover, lock in that profit. Now, some of you asked about the new pump protection feature being on or off. Have I noticed any real differences? And I think we've seen a couple times where Bitcoin has pumped. You can see there's a wick right here. In the past, you might have missed out on this price action on these wicks. And a lot of times these wicks are a quick wick up and down, and so you miss out. When that pump feature is enabled, it won't actually trade when you get a pump up like this in a short amount of time. But during this time frame, and especially in this bear market, there hasn't been a whole lot of pumps to actually measure whether or not turning the pump protection feature off has actually benefited. So I think that pretty much wraps it up for this video. The bot is currently up just around 6% in 3 weeks. To me, that is winning the battle, so I will let this bot continue to fight the fight, and I will do an update video on how it's performing in the near future. So now would be a good time to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos. If you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you have questions or comments, drop them in the comment section down below. And in closing, remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.